Hi, I'm Miss Allen, and I'm going to teach you everything you need to know to start playing the bass clarinet. So let's go. The bass clarinet is a lot like the regular B-flat clarinet, but it's much larger and plays much lower notes. Because it's bigger, the mouthpiece and reed are also bigger than the ones used on the regular clarinet. The bass clarinet has several parts: the neck, the body, the mouthpiece, the ligature, the reed, and sometimes it uses a neck strap, or in this case, a peg. One thing to remember is that even though the bass clarinet looks big and sturdy, it's actually very delicate. Some of the long keys and rods can bend easily, so always handle it carefully and never pick it up by the silver keys. We're going to start with the mouthpiece and the neck because that's where our sound begins. We're going to start by putting the mouthpiece on the neck. The neck has two opened ends. The mouthpiece goes in the curved end. Gently twist the cork end of the mouthpiece into the neck. The flat part of the mouthpiece will face away from the neck. The bass clarinet uses a single reed. Before you play, your reed needs to get a little wet. You can do that by putting it in your mouth for about 30 seconds. Now let's put the reed on the mouthpiece. Grab your ligature and slide it onto the mouthpiece. The screws on your ligature will always go on the right side, regardless of what type of ligature you're going to use. Make sure it's nice and loose, and you can use your thumb to slide it up so that you can slide your reed on. The flat side of the reed goes on the flat side of the mouthpiece. The tip of the reed should line up with the tip of the mouthpiece. Once you've got everything nice and set, you're going to take your ligature and tighten it by twisting it away from you. Now let's talk about how to make sound. Before we even put the whole instrument together, let's just practice on the mouthpiece and the neck. I want you to think about saying the syllable O inside your mouth so that everything stays nice and open. Before we practice on the actual mouthpiece, we're going to learn how to set our embouchure on our thumb. Roll your bottom lip over your bottom teeth just a little bit. You should still have some of the pink showing. Now stretch your bottom lip out like you're putting on chapstick. Then place your thumbnail on your bottom lip and gently bite down on your thumb to make a seal. You're going to bite down with your top teeth. This is your embouchure. The embouchure is the shape of your mouth when you play. Now hold your embouchure steady, take a deep breath, and blow, making sure no air leaks out. Now let's try that on the mouthpiece and the neck. Your reed is your thumbnail, and the top of the mouthpiece is your thumbprint. Place the reed on your bottom lip, which is slightly rolled over your bottom teeth. Stretch out your lip like you're putting on chapstick. Then set your teeth gently on the top of the mouthpiece. Take a deep belly breath, make a seal so no air can get out, and blow. If it squeaks, that's okay. Every clarinet player squeaks sometimes. This time when we blow air, we're going to take the tip of our tongue and touch the tip of the reed. Now this, combined with our air and embouchure, will help make the best possible sound. You can practice this without your instrument by taking a deep breath and pretending to spit something out of your mouth, but just keep blowing. Now let's try it on the mouthpiece and the neck. Now let's put the rest of the bass clarinet together. Some bass clarinets come in two pieces, like the regular clarinet, the upper joint and the lower joint. This bass clarinet has one solid body. You'll also notice some of these long metal rods running down the side of the instrument. Never grab or lift the bass clarinet by these rods because they can bend and cause the instrument to stop working. Let's attach the bell first. Take the bell and twist it on the bottom of the bass clarinet body. The bell should line up with the keys. Some bass clarinets rest on a floor peg, while some players use a neck strap. Fun fact, when I was in middle school, I used to prop mine up on the case or even on a stack of books so that it would sit at the right height. This one has a floor peg. Let me show you how it works. The peg goes in this slot on the bell. And you tighten this screw to stop the peg. Adjust the peg to the proper height so the mouthpiece goes right into the mouth from the bottom and not straight ahead. Remember, righty-tighty. Now let's put in the neck. The other open end of the neck goes in the top part of the bass clarinet. Once you've got it lined up with the keys on the back, you want to tighten this screw by turning it away from you. This is currently a little too high for me, so I'm going to adjust the peg a little bit. Now let's learn how to hold it. If you've ever held a regular clarinet, this is going to be just the same, but the keys are a little bit bigger. Try to keep your fingers curved in this C shape when you hold the instrument, so you don't accidentally press down any of the side keys. Sit up nice and tall on the edge of your chair with your feet flat on the floor. The lower part of the bass clarinet uses a thumb rest. Place your thumb print under the thumb rest and let it rest on the right side of your thumb. On the front of the bass clarinet, you'll notice 3 round keys. Use your pointer, middle, and ring finger on these round keys. Some people will call them 1, 2, 3, or your first, second, and third finger. Your first finger goes on the top key, your second finger on the middle key, and your third finger on the bottom key. Your pinky will control all of these keys down here. Be sure to keep your fingers on these keys all the time, but don't press them down unless you need to. Your left thumb goes on the round key on the back of the bass clarinet and controls this round key and this long key here, which is called the register key. Your fingers will curve around the left side of the instrument, and each finger will control a different key. Your pointer finger or first finger goes on the top round key with the little tiny hole in it. Your middle finger or second finger will go on the next round key, not the one attached to the first one. Then your ring finger or third finger will go on the bottom round key. And your pinky will control all of these keys here. But I would let it rest right here on this key. Your fingers on both hands should stay curved and relaxed like you're holding a cup. Bass clarinet players play best when the instrument sits at the same position every day. Make sure your music stand is directly in front of you and high enough so you can easily see your music around the curved neck. Now let's play our first note. Keep your fingers on all the keys, but don't press any of them down. This note is called G, and you don't press any keys. Set your embouchure, take a deep breath, and don't forget to use your tongue. If it sounds a little airy or squeaky, don't worry. Check that your reed is lined up correctly, make sure you're making a seal and no air is leaking out, and make sure you're not biting too hard on the top of the mouthpiece. Beginners almost always make their embouchure a little too tight. Remember, we need to have a firm embouchure, fast, steady air, and our tongue must come out and touch the reed on every note. If you made a sound today, that's awesome. And if you didn't yet, that's okay too. Learning the bass clarinet takes time, and every great bass clarinet player started exactly where you are right now. Remember, the bass clarinet is one of the most expensive instruments in the band room, so treat it carefully every time you put it together and take it apart. You may need to watch this video a few times to remember everything, and that's completely normal. Just keep trying. Remember, your best is always better than you think. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.